What's up, guys? It's William from Negronomy with another video, and today we're going to be talking about cancel culture again. So now we got cancel culture is coming after the Grammys, but this is not the normal cancel culture. This is cancel culture created by the people that were canceled. So the people that are being canceled right now are creating their own cancel culture by going against the Grammys. A lot of these stars, again, blackballed and stopped from being performing on the Grammys. So you know what they decided to do? They got together all these actors. All these entertainers got together and they put their heads together. And guys, they actually came up with a good idea. They said, if all of us are getting canceled, Nicki Minaj, Kanye West, and J.Prince is calling on all these entertainers have been canceled by cancel culture. Why don't we just come together and create our own show to go against the Grammys, and we're going to play it at the same time as the Grammys.
Damn!
So pretty much you got all of these entertainers that were canceled by the Grammys, and they're going around and saying, fine, if you don't want us to perform, we're going to do our own performance, and we're going to put it at the same time as your Grammys just to compete with you, just so we can break down your numbers and dismantle you. And if we do this long enough, and we do this strong enough, then eventually all the numbers are going to come to us, because we're the ones that bring the money, the revenues, and the views to the Grammys, because we're the entertainers. So the entertainers are taking back and going against culture. That's right. See, that's the lady right there. She took that money and threw it back at the Grammys. That's what's going on right now with these entertainers. They're finally using their head. So, what's probably going to happen is, this always happens when black people start to get together and they're ready to do something and to go against the popular culture. What they always try to do is find some Negro that they can buy out. Some Negro to dismantle what they're trying to do. And most likely, now that J.Prince is trying to assemble all of these artists, here comes the coons. Here comes the coons. And this is what they're going to be doing. They're going to be trying to go to these artists and try to buy them off not to perform. So then the Grammys maintains their status quo. So this is what they're going to be doing.
No. Hell no.
Exactly. So they're going to pull these entertainers aside, take them in a car, and try and tell them not to perform with J.Prince and whatever he's trying to do. It happens all the time in all black organizations. It happened in the Nation of Islam. It happened in Black Panthers. They always try to dismantle. So, this is a great idea from J.Prince, calling all these people together, because really, the entertainers, who are mostly black, they're the ones that are bringing the shows. They're the reason why these people are watching the shows and the Grammy Awards. So if all these people are not being able to get their awards for the work that they've done, why don't they just come together and do their own thing? Just like BET, when they have their own model runways and stuff like that, and they have their own artists playing, because a lot of those models will not fit the European standard, and they will not have a chance, making it up. So it's great that, BET has their own model runway show where we can showcase some of our own women on there. So that's a great idea. So, but the only thing is, I hope that when they do assemble this thing, let's be responsible. Come on. Let's not do the Negro stuff and just be going wild and crazy. You know how it is. People will be pulling gunshots, because it gets dangerous in these areas. You know how it is. Ah! Let's not have an East Coast and West Coast thing going on when we start to do something new. Let's make sure that this is something professional, that we keep the professionalism up there, that we're not having our beefs live on TV, because that's what they're looking for. When something like this happens, they're looking for some kind of East Coast, West Coast to come in, have violence, and all of a sudden dismantle what they've created. But anyways, guys, let me stop talking about it and let me show you what's going on right here with J.Prince. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about right now. So we got right here. So Kanye West. J.Prince calls on Kanye West, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and The Weeknd to boycott the Grammys. Suggests they perform at the same time of the live broadcast. This is written by China Lovelace. That's a nice name, Lovelace, Mr. Lovelace. Kanye West barred from performing at the Grammys due to concerned online behavior. Now you know, Kanye has been going real crazy this whole time. I did a video about how his goons pull up, but really Kanye West cannot really control his goon behavior. So we can't really blame all of that on Kanye West and having his goons pull up on D.L. Hughley's, because those are men and they made their own decision and they're trying to use Kanye West for clout. But Kanye West was not the one to pull up on D.L. Hughley. So Kanye West, aside from that, pulling up on having his goons, maybe they were influenced by Kanye West, but it wasn't Kanye West that did that. But his online behavior, yes, they have been crazy, but y'all know he's crazy, right? He's bipolar. So of course, when he has high highs and low lows, when it comes to the really low lows, that's when he's really acting up and does the worst things ever on online social behavior. But he's not out here trying to shoot nobody. He's not out here trying to threaten nobody with violence. He's just venting his frustration. So I don't know if he should be, canceled. Because in my previous video, how I showed, how other women falsely allege these entertainers into doing something, and when they get exposed for lying, like Meg Thee Stallion, they're still allowed to go to the Grammys, and nobody canceled them. So why are they doing that to Kanye West? Why are they doing it to Chris Brown? So you see, that's the type of nonsense that's really going on. So I really feel for these entertainers and this is a great thing for all of us brothers and sisters to come together and create our own Grammys and compete, because we're the ones bringing the shows and the views. So this is a great entertainer. So this is what J.Prince says. Be the change you want to see. Rap-A-Lot Records founder J.Prince is calling on Kanye West, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and The Weeknd to come together to boycott the Grammys. In nearly a 4-minute video he shared on Instagram, the music legend explained why there needed to be a shift in how hip-hop artists are treated. J.Prince wants all the smoke and suggested the artists do an event of their own. And that's how it is. Any little story, any allegation, and all of a sudden you're pulled out the Grammys. And then you find out later on that it's lies. You're still getting blackballed. So this is a great way for us to control the narrative now, that unless there's actual proof, then we're not going to treat our brothers and sisters like that. We're going to go through the due process before we make all of, this cancel culture coming after all these entertainers. And this is a great idea right here that he's got, J.Prince. See it right here? He said, in the caption on Instagram, in Houston Narrative wrote, hip-hop versus the Grammys. Hashtag Champagne Papi. Hashtag Kanye West. The Weeknd, Nicki Minaj. The powers that be will be mad at me. This one, but F him. I love the culture. The seed is planted. Let's water it. Nicki Minaj commented respect on the post, seemingly agreeing with the legend in the past. Nicki has been vocal about being snubbed by the Grammys. And Nicki, she has like 11 top #1 platinum, and every time she gets nominated, she's not winning. And that's the same thing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett were complaining about the Emmy Award, is that they make so much videos and movies that do very well, and then they never win. And they were saying that it had to do with racism. So them getting pulled off, they think it's a form of racism. But then you still get to enjoy all the money and revenues and the stars that come in, that sit in all those seats. So that's how it needs to do. That's all we need to do. But anyways, that's what's going on with cancel culture. But let's go and look at Rihanna. So, you know how Rihanna is. Rihanna, this lady is like a power broker for the entertainment. And I'm glad to see Rihanna cancel Meg Thee Stallion. Finally, we get to see a shift in the narrative that women can also get this heat too. They can also get blackballed. So it's great to see that Rihanna is making the effort to get Meg Thee Stallion canceled for lying on our brother Tory Lanez. So she started it, and now everybody else is starting to follow suit. So you see Drake unfollowing her, Sierra unfollowing her, A$AP Rocky unfollowing her. She's just doing way too much. So this is great to see that, cancel culture can be swayed too. And that women are starting to see the men's side, that just because of allegation, Tory Lanez is getting blackballed and losing contracts. And it's not even true. That's the worst thing about it. If it was true, then, nothing we can do about it. But we're finding out that it's not true. So now she's finally getting what she deserves. And Tory Lanez is going to hit her with a $100 million defamation lawsuit. And he should. That should stop entertainers, stop women from doing this type of thing. And in Korea right now, they're passing a law that if women make false allegations and they're found to be untrue, that they will face jail time, stiffer. And that's what they need to do in America too, to stop all of these terrorist women with these false allegations. Unless they have actual proof, they should not be able to just run wild, run rampant, and just say these false allegations and put brothers in jail over lies. And then when they find out it's not true, there's no repercussion. Like Chris Brown, the lady that came after Chris Brown, how come we don't know who she is? Why is she a Jane Doe? They need to expose who she is, and they need to put some jail fines on her for defamation. Out here slandering. But when it comes to women, it's like they have a shield around them. But what happened to equality? So exactly, it only happens for guys, but it doesn't happen for women, especially for black men. You're guilty until proven innocent. So it's great to see Rihanna doing this. Now let's go and fly all the way to Russia. Vladimir Putin, who thought he was, untouchable, he's starting to get the heat from cancel culture. Vladimir Putin. And he should. He's starting a war for no reason at all, just going in and invading a sovereign country with all this nonsense. Now, we know that the higher gas is not to be blamed on him. We already know that. We already know that happened before he even started the invasion. So they're not trying to blame him for that. They're trying to blame him for all of this. Why you got to go and invade a country for, and now they're being displaced and get shot. It's a bad look. So, he tried to control the media in Russia, but now everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got a phone and sharing information. So everybody can get the true story of what's going on with Russia and going to have a war. So think right here. So Putin compared cancel culture to Nazis trying to burn books in 1930s. Man, this guy would never know that the world is so small now that you really can't get away with stuff. So the propaganda that Putin is trying to push out with his controlled media, we know the true story. So there aren't ways where cancel culture is good for the public because it's not controlled by foreign influence and media. Like cancel culture can also be good because it's controlled by the people. So the people get to control cancel culture. So now they're exposing Putin and his evil behavior. So critiques of Western cancel culture are possibly not best made by those currently slaughtering civilians for crimes of resistance or who jail and poison their critics. This was given by Alexei Navalny, a Russia jail Bolshevik Putin critic. So this is great to see cancel culture also has its good merit. But guys, what do y'all think? This is William from Negoronomy with another video. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And that's all I gotta say. Bye-bye.